Hey guys, today I'll be talking about aldehydes and ketones. Aldehydes are carbon compounds which contain a carbon-oxygen double bond at the end of the carbon chain called the carbonyl group. It has the general formula RCHO. Just remember that the oxygen and hydrogen atom are not bonded together. If it were, it would be an alcohol, not an aldehyde. You name an aldehyde by adding the suffix -al at the end of the parent chain name. Some examples of the structural names of aldehydes include methanal, ethanal, propanal, 2,2-dimethyl butanal. Ketones differ in the way that the carbon-oxygen double bond is anywhere else in the molecule that isn't the end. The smallest ketone you can get is propanone, also known as acetone. This is because it has 3 carbon atoms in the main chain, allowing there to be a middle of the molecule rather than an end. It has the general formula RCOR. You name a ketone by adding the suffix -one to the end of the parent carbon chain name. Some examples of the name and structure of ketones include propanone, butanone, 2-pentanone. Now onto the properties of aldehydes and ketones. Since oxygen is more electronegative than carbon atoms, it will attract electrons in the carbon-oxygen double bond. This makes the bond highly polar, which allows dipole-dipole forces to form between the molecules of aldehydes and ketones. This results in aldehydes and ketones having higher boiling points than hydrocarbons of a similar molecular mass. This is because other hydrocarbons contain weak dispersion forces which require less energy to break. Aldehydes and ketones have lower boiling points compared to alcohols of a similar molecular mass, because alcohols contain hydrogen bonds which require more energy to break compared to dipole-dipole forces. The high polarity of the carbonyl group allows bonding with highly polar water molecules, which makes them more soluble than hydrocarbons of a similar size, although less soluble than alcohols due to a higher polarity in OH bonds. As with all bonds, the smaller aldehydes and ketones are more soluble due to the difference in polarity between the carbonyl and the carbon chain. As a molecule gets larger and has a longer chain, it becomes less soluble, eventually reaching a point where it isn't soluble at all. This is due to the nonpolar carbon chain outweighing the effect of the polar carbonyl group. Now on to some questions to test your knowledge on aldehydes and ketones. Question 1. Draw the structural formula of the following. A. Butanal. B. 4-methylpentanal. C. 3-hexanone. D. 3-methyl-2-pentanone. Question 2. Name the following compounds. This will be it for today's video. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below or message me on Twitter and I'll try to help you the best I can. Thank you for watching this video and I'll see you in the next one.